Hey y'all, welcome back to our video series. I'm Peyton and I'm joined by Corey and Yaila. And today we are talking to all of you empaths and sensitives out there. And our topic today is how not to absorb other people's energy. This is one of the biggest things that we teach in the intuitive world. It is such an important and really a critical life skill right now. And we're going to talk a little bit about how you do that. So, Corey, how do you help people not absorb the energy that doesn't belong to them?
Wow, this is probably my favorite topic because when I started doing energy work, I was picking up everybody's energy, and I'll never forget. I went to my first experience with an energy worker, and I was like, "Just turn this off. Turn this off." No, you don't want to do that. And I said, "Well, then you got to teach me how to manage it because I cannot go around picking up and feeling everybody's energy." It had put me in a state of PTSD. It's really what it had done because I'm an empath. So, how do you not do that? Energy protection. That, you know, the whole reason. All right, 90%. The reason why I went into energy work and learning it and now teaching it to clients, students, is for the energy protections. And 9 times out of 10, that's what people want to learn. They don't really know. Some really know it, some don't know it really until we talk about it. So energy protection is a big one. Now, there's lots of ways to do that. But one of the ways to do it is, I started doing it before I even really enrolled in a long-term classes, clairvoyant classes, was I would call in Archangel Michael, to guard me and protect me and to keep me from harm's way, and only allow love in and love out. And I found that when I did that, I did not pick up other people's energy. To this day, I still use that. That's not all I use, but it's still always Archangel Michael. I love me my Archangel Michael. Also, first of all, recognizing that you're picking up other people's energy. That's a biggie because we do get used to feeling anxiety, maybe feeling a burst of anger, or just, as my daughter loves to say, just having the plain old feels out of nowhere. That's an indication that you're picking up somebody else's energy. So how do you stop that? First is recognizing it. Asking, is this my energy or is this somebody else's energy? Because energy is either ours or not ours. And grounding it out. You can ground it out, or you can ask spirit or angels to assist you in taking all that energy that doesn't belong to you out. And it's amazing. Most of us, before we even start this energy work, and most of us really in the world, have no idea that we're carrying around everybody else's energy. It's just our norm until you start eliminating it by grounding it out, taking it out, and finding what really your own frequency is. That's a biggie. Bubbles are amazing. Love me energy bubbles. Placing myself in a bubble, always helps to protect my energy from picking it up from anybody else. There's a difference between reading energy and going, oh, I can see that energy, are feeling the energy and going, is this mine or is this somebody else's? And there's a difference between feeling it and knowing that it's there and actually taking it on. Our bodies never lie to us. And so if suddenly you get a mood swing or suddenly get emotional, or maybe sometimes suddenly just get really tired, you're taking on somebody else's energy. So you ground it out, you get it out of your body, out of your energy field. And I think that, I'm going to stick with that one for now. I'm going to see what else you ladies have to say, but I think those are the energy protection, grounding it out. Those are the big ones, and how to recognize it, because I didn't know. I had no idea. I just wasn't even in my body. It was just like PTSD, just wired for sound. So, all right. Well, what have you got, Yaela?
Thank you, Corey. Yeah, I agree with so much with what you were sharing as far as identifying, first and foremost, is this even your energy? So as empaths, and this is luckily a term that's been a little more talked about, but I feel like even if you don't identify as an empath, what happens energetically just as a, living being here on Earth, we are exploring the world or learning the world or connecting to different energies all the time. So there's an energy exchange going on. You're giving away some of your energy to people, places, things. You're taking on the energy of people, places, and things. And if you do not have some type of practice put in place to separate your energy from those energies, you are going to feel everybody else's stuff and everything else way more than your own energy. And very similar to Corey, when I worked as a health coach for a few years, it was something that I was very excited to do. I loved it, but did not know that the 15, 20 calls a day, back-to-back phone calls, I was taking on so much more energy than what my body was used to. And I got burned out so fast. So I luckily stumbled upon a school that taught me tools how to separate my energy from other people. So for starters, look at either spiritual leaders or teachers or some type of practice that will teach you how to separate your energy. And even as a health coach, looking back now, identifying what those tools were. I didn't understand why in some of my health coaching certifications, they would teach you how to do like some type of separation form. So in the theta healing training I took, they teach you how to kind of zip your energy up in your own bubble. You zip whoever you're working with into their bubble, almost like put them in their own little energetic force field, so to speak. In the school that Corey Payton and myself met each other through, they taught you how to put they use roses quite a bit. So it's almost like a separation rose that kind of keeps your energy in your own space and everybody else is in theirs. As a health coach and even like a therapy practice, there's one of the coaching certifications where you would kind of like, imagine you had the other person's energy that you were working with and yours, you just kind of rub them together and then you would separate the energy this way. I mean, there's like physical things that you can do. There's meditation things that you can do. And these are just a few examples I'm giving you. So research out there what you resonate with and see what feels in alignment for you and try out some different things. I know the ladies here, as well as myself, we have actual guided meditations that you can follow to help you learn just a way to separate your energy from everyone else. As an empath, before I learned the energy tools, I was always drawn to bodies of water. And so one of the ways that I would separate my energy, which unconsciously knowing or, not consciously knowing what I was doing, I would sometimes just crave a Epsom salt bath and I would just soak in the tub for like 20 minutes and I would always feel so much better because there's just something about letting my body release whatever energies were around it. So get yourself in some water. Salt water is highly recommended from time to time. Other modalities, there you've maybe heard of Palo Santo or sage. It's an actual earth element. They're plants. One's a tree, one's a plant that you actually light, and you kind of cleanse your aura space with the smoke. It's actually a tradition from native cultures that use it to clear the energy, clear the energy space around you. And when you set your intention, that actually amplifies it, because your intention is everything. So whether you're taking a shower in the morning or at night, you can have the intention that the water washing down your body is also washing away any energy that doesn't belong to you, or any energy that's keeping you out of the present time is how I like to describe it. So washing away other people's energy that you picked up from different places, because the actual location will have a vibration that sometimes you pick up. And even just old energy that you are growing out of, anything that's keeping you out of present time or is not your energy, just have the intention to let that rinse away and wash away. And have some type of intentional practice to be in your own energy field. When Corey was saying bubbles are a great thing, it could be as simple as putting yourself in your own energy bubble. We call that your aura, and really just define the edge of your aura. I imagine a bright color on the edge of mine, and I just kind of have it as my own little space. And so when I start to feel, Corey was really great about describing emotions that can pop up, frustration, anger, sadness. All of a sudden, maybe you feel yourself getting stirred up or swirly or just different, just a little bit off. I started feeling burnt out when it was a continual thing. When you start to feel off in any way, shape, or form, try out some different modality as far as how to separate your energy from everyone else and everything else. Some people like to use crystals as well. Crystals can also pick up other energies, so make sure you're giving them a little cleansing too. And there's different ways to do that. But your intention is the biggest piece. So having in your awareness is kind of why we decided to do this video, that your energy exchanges with other people, situations, and things, and your intention to separate that is huge. So start there. So how about you, Peyton? What would you recommend?
This is such an important topic, and I love everything that you guys shared. I think you hit on a lot of the things that I would say, which is no surprise since we were trained very similarly. But to me, energy protection is probably the most important thing right now. Of all of our bag of tricks as intuitive teachers, to me, this is a non-negotiable at this point in the world. To me, I would not, start my day without finding or using practices to separate myself from everyone else's energy. And one of the reasons for that is just as we go about our daily life, we pick up energy everywhere we go. Everyone we are standing in line with at the grocery store, everyone we are stuck in traffic with, everyone that we work with or talk to, we are exchanging energy. It's just what we do. And in energy circles, we always say energy isn't good or bad. It is just yours or not yours. And we just don't want to have anyone else's energy in our energy fields right now. It's just the things that can happen when you have a lot of other people's energy is it can just completely burn you out. We are not made to handle energy that does not belong to us. And so what I didn't realize when I was first starting out, as you guys mentioned, how much we can absorb from other people. And so when we are full of other people's energy, and especially if we are empaths or starseeds who are highly sensitive, we tend to be little sponges. So we soak up the energy of everyone around us. And if we're not cleaning that out, it's like sitting in a dirty sink. And so we are just sitting in dirty energy. And the reason that this is so important is because we don't realize how bad it makes us feel. And so when I was first starting to learn about this concept, what I realized is the more I was coated with other people's energy, the more anxiety I felt, the worse I felt in my body, the more tired I was, the more easily frustrated I got. And all of it was a lot had to do with what I was picking up from other people. Because I still remember the first time in my training where I finally got my energy field clear of everyone else's energy. And I went home that night and went to bed. and my mind was just peaceful and quiet. It had never been like that because I had never gotten everyone else's energy out of my space. And so when I realized what it felt like to actually sit in just my energy, I realized how bad it feels when we are picking up stuff that doesn't belong to us. And I had no idea how profound this can be. This is not just a little whisper of something here and there. It can really make you feel not good if you are picking up and carrying other people's energy, especially in the times we are going through right now. We do not want to be absorbing anything that doesn't belong to us. So we don't always realize what the impact really is on our lives and our bodies if we're not using certain easy tools to keep ourselves clean. And it's really just a matter to me of energy hygiene. Just like you would always brush your teeth, like you would take your shower, we want to be using our energy protection tools right now because it's just, we feel so much better when we do. And right now, especially as things get a little crazier in the world around us, more and more people are clinging like life rafts to anyone who has a higher vibration than them. And so it is very easy if you are a sensitive to find you are doing the work for half of the people you know who are grounding their energy through you or being energy vampires from you. And a way that we stop this is by making sure we are not taking on anyone else's energy. And like the ladies explained, and I won't go back over it, the best way to do this is through energy protection tools. And the three of us are like broken records when it comes to energy protection. We are on this all the time, but let us know in the comments below, would you like us to do a video on energy protection tools? We did one a long time ago, and Yaila just gave y'all some great examples, but there are so many ways to protect your energy very simply. This isn't a huge thing. It can take you less than 5 minutes to do it. And we can't tell you how important it is in how you will feel every day. So let us know in the comments if you would like us to do a whole video on energy protection tools, and we will hook you up. So this really is, again, one of the most important things for us as light workers and starseeds is to keep our energy fields clean. And you will feel so much better if you do that. So anyway, I agree with what you ladies have said. And for me, a couple other things that come up when we talk about keeping our energy separated from other people is having good boundaries. That is another one that can really be helpful if you have a tendency to be empathic, be intuitive, and absorb other people's energy. And one other thing that the Pleiadians have been saying lately is that they encourage us to do some house cleaning, to start to cut ties with any sources of negative input into our lives. So where are you still hanging out with negative or toxic people, with people who won't do their own work? All of these things can be ways we pick up energy that doesn't belong to us. So the more we can do some house cleaning and keep a clear energy field, the more we continue to keep our vibration high. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into our video today. We always appreciate you, and we are so thankful for your comments, your likes, your shares, and your follows. And always let us know, what have we not covered yet that you would like to know about? Make sure you check out our video. It is getting to be pretty considerable in size. But if there's something we haven't addressed, let us know, and we will get on that. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.